My name is Pete Ashdown. I'm a native Utahn born and raised in Bountiful, running for the U.S. Senate under the Democratic Party. I believe when you are going to the voting booth this year, you should think about one word: accountability. Accountability of government is what ensures our representatives are doing the job we ask them to do. Accountability of spending ensures that our tax dollars are being spent in the most useful, efficient, wise fashion. We need accountability in Washington, and I believe I can bring it. My background is in 1993, I started a company called X-Mission. X-Mission was Utah's first internet service provider. I have built this company upon business values. Business values like paying my employees a good wage, taking care of their health care, building and expanding their pensions, but most of all, holding the needs of my employees, my customers, and my community above my own. I believe this is what has made me a success in Utah, and it is what will make me a success in Washington. The internet and technology gives us an opportunity for the first time in democracy to make Washington accountable. It also gives us the opportunity to raise the voice of the American people to be equal to those in Washington who are lobbying and seeing our representatives every day. I think the internet is a revolution of democracy. It is something that we can all participate on and will make for a better country where we all work together to solve America's problems. My name is Pete Ashdown, and I ask for your vote this November. Now, what are my issues? My issues are energy policy. Number one is that we need better energy policy in this nation. When we have a government that is so focused on finding more oil, we also need to look to other alternative energies. We need balance in our energy policy. We need to be looking towards wind, solar, geothermal, all technologies which have great potential in Utah, all technologies which can enrich our economic base while reducing our dependency on Mideast oil, which is currently propping up Mideast dictatorships, Mideast monarchies, and indeed terrorism in general. I believe in a strong America, but I also believe in a smart America. We need to move forward and viciously attack and investigate terrorism throughout this world. And if we are participating in allies with countries like Pakistan, who are not as focused on terrorism as we are, then we need to reevaluate those allies. I believe in health care for all Americans. Over the past decade, I have tried to absorb the health care costs of my employees, and I have seen premiums rise and benefits fall. But the same thing comes back time and time again. Excuses, problems, pre-existing conditions as to why my health care insurance cannot take care of my employees. I believe it is time that the free market has failed in Utah, it has failed in our country, and we need to move forward with a health care plan that covers all Americans, at least our children and our seniors. I believe in our veterans. I believe our veterans should be taken care from the time they leave the service to the time they enter the grave. It is important to take care of our veterans. I believe in taking care of our seniors. I believe in good education for all Americans. Education that is accessible to all Americans. Education is the best priority we can make for a long-term future in America. What we can do for education will impact our economy in the long run and help us in the short term with ignorance and fighting crime. The other thing I think that is important in America is infrastructure. There are parts of Utah that are shriveling and not growing. They are atrophying because children are leaving those towns. We need better infrastructure in those areas, and I believe fast rail and fiber optics is an essential part of that equation. Thank you so much for listening to my message. I hope you will take some time to investigate my website at www.peteashdown.org, and I hope to hear from you in the future. Thank you so much, and I ask for your vote this November.